Hello, Aquarius. Aquarius Sun, Rising, and Moon. I am Poetic Heretic, and this is your February 2019 Tarot Forecast. We'll be looking at all areas of life, including love, money, and health. And it is a general reading, however. If you want specifics, you can always come to me for a personal reading during one of my live tarot readings for a donation of any amount, live streams. But we'll talk more about that at the end of this. So, we would like a Celtic cross forecast for the sign of Aquarius, for all individuals vibrating on the frequency of Aquarius for the month of February 2019. So let's see what we get. What will be the energy for Aquarius for February 2019? What deep spiritual insight does the universe have to offer the various Aquarius people out there? Okay, we are ready. We're ready to find out. Current outside influences, Knight of Wands. The challenge, the Devil, oh boy. The underlying energy forming a foundation for your current situation, the Three of Wands. The past, Two of Pentacles. What you hope to achieve, Death. You are pulling some heavy hitters here, my Aquarius people. The near future, Six of Swords reversed. Your attitude or position on the situation, the Ace of Cups. The outside force coming in, the Eight of Pentacles. Hopes or fears, the King of Pentacles. And the final outcome card is the High Priestess reversed. All right, let's see what we have here. So beginning the month with the Knight of Wands. First of all, as a court card, this could represent an adult male fire sign. That would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that may enter your life. So be aware of that. This person, well, I don't know, that Devil card crossing over might be a bit problematic for you, but at the same time, this is not reversed. So we tend not to think of it being a conflict when it's not reversed. So we'll explore that idea more, but for now, basically, there's also the idea of the energy of will, drive, determination, assertion, aggression, taking action, the entrepreneurial spirit, asserting oneself, things of this nature at the beginning of the month for you, the beginning of February 2019. So basically with Knights, if you find that you don't have enough of that energy currently, you want to try to focus yourself into that. You want to try to utilize, take on that kind of fiery passion energy. But if you find that you have perhaps too much of that, maybe you're exerting yourself too much, then this card would instead be calling on you to take it easier, let things be easier. So for your challenge card, we have the Devil. This can manifest in a number of ways. Now, let's see, I'm looking at your other cards to get a sense for what this likely is talking about here. Most likely, based on the context, it's saying that the challenge for you this month is to let go of a situation that's just not healthy for you. It could be a relationship, it could be a work situation, it could be a lifestyle, something that is just plain bad for you. The cards are saying it's time for you to let go of. That is your challenge. It's time for you to break free from that limitation. It's time for you to move on, move forward. Do not remain entranced by the hypnotic, melodic rhythms of the devil, of the deceiver, of the trickster. Now, in a more positive sense, the Devil card can talk about order, stability, structure, manifestation, power. And so for some of you, it might be your challenge this month to take on that, to achieve something, to manifest something that you really want. And so I'm throwing that out there as a secondary possibility. For some of you, it might even be both. So let's see, is there anything else with that before I move on? No, there's not. All right, so for the underlying energy, everything forming a foundation of your current situation, and more or less your immediate environment as well, we have the Three of Wands reversed. So this could be a situation, oh dear, we're blurry, let's try to fix it. This could be a situation where things are not moving as fast as you want them to. This card upright means projects well underway. Well, when it's reversed, that energy is blocked, so projects are not so well underway. And so that might be frustrating dealing with these delays and whatnot, but that is what we have here. And it might even be this situation that we see like with the Devil card, where you do feel trapped or you do feel sort of stuck in something. And that's why we have these delays. And the idea is that you want to find a way to break out of that. Hello there, Tammy Lee. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. So for the past, you have the Two of Pentacles. So recent past events in your life. Well, Two of Pentacles can mean a number of things. It could be a new job, a new financial venture, new investment, new things in the area of money and work and career in general, basically. If this has been a struggle for you, this card can also mean too many ups and downs in those areas. It can be a situation where you have tried to start your own business or something like that. The idea of having to spend some to get some, that sort of thing, investment. And that is leading to the energy of this month. The events of this month are rooted in your recent situations involving new financial ventures or new experiences in the area of work and career and that sort of thing. So we do have that. And we do eventually have another two coming up when we get to the High Priestess. But so for what you hope to achieve, the Death card, you want this month to be able to let go of the things that are no longer working for you, the things that need to metaphorically die so that something new can be born out of that. So it's interesting how this matches what we've gone over thus far. So if you feel like you're in a situation that is not serving you, something that's very unhealthy, let it go. Let it decompose. Let it diminish so that something new can come to replace it. Because many times the way the universe works, we can't actually attract something new that we want because something old is holding it away, is in its place. We need to make room for the new that we desire. So there's that idea. There's also the idea of deep emotional healing, cleansing of the emotional body, looking into the dark side of the personality and stuff like that, doing shadow work and these sorts of things. The idea of metamorphosis, transformation, the idea of power, taking your power back. Especially, again, as we see with that devil card there, you might feel like you're in a situation where you don't have your power right now. And this is an indicator of taking your power back, or your desire to take your power back. And actually, even the devil card as the challenge could, in its own way, be an indicator that this month you need to take your power back, basically. So for the near future, you have the Six of Swords reversed. This would be the first 1 or 2 weeks of the month. So now again, we have an indicator that you may be struggling to move on from a situation or get out of an unhealthy situation, and you may have resistance to doing so right now. But basically speaking, you need to be able to move on from that situation. Let it go. Let it die, metaphorically speaking. Let it decompose so that something new can come in. For your attitude or position on the situation about halfway through the month, you have the Ace of Cups. So things perhaps up a little bit here. Ace of Cups often indicates great love, great positive emotion, feeling great positivity indeed. Now, in this sort of situation, it might just be that you're feeling very emotional in general, whether or not it is positive or negative. But this could also be, let's see here, I'm looking at the other cards. This may also be a bit of a turning point in the month. There may be some kind of new beginning that is very positive for you, that begins around the middle of the month, and you are able to break out of those limitations, the vast majority of Aquarius people anyway, because the other cards coming up soon are often positive overall, and we'll get to that. But just be aware that you might be feeling so much emotion this month that it's overwhelming, whether it's positive or negative or a mixture of both. So do indeed be aware of that. And also, just in case it's worth mentioning, with this being such an emotional card, don't let emotional attachments hold you in the aforementioned potential unhealthy situations. Don't let your emotions control you, basically. So for the outside force coming in, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a person or thing or situation coming at you. Well, this card talks about interesting work projects underway and a time for creativity and working away at things, stuff like that. So you might have some new opportunity coming your way, perhaps in the area of work, or at least some creative opportunity that you have the option of getting on board with. And this would likely be later in the month, but could theoretically be at almost any time of the month. So if that happens, that may very well be a very good option for you to take at this time. It might even be something that helps set you free from the limitations we were talking about earlier. So for hopes or fears, you have the King of Pentacles. So this could manifest as a person, an adult male earth sign. That would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Someone that's on your mind. Perhaps you are concerned for the well-being of this person. More generally, this card talks about the idea of robustness, hard work, discipline, success, financial security and stability, being willing to do what it takes to succeed and have stability, especially, again, financial security and stability, stuff like that. And so you're hoping you can find that. It almost seems like maybe a number of you might be financially dependent upon someone who's not good for you and or some situation like a job that is just bad for you, and the cards are sort of advising you to let that go this month if you can. So that brings us to the final outcome card, which is the High Priestess reversed. This is how you're finishing out the month of February 2019. Well, this could go one of two rather different ways, one more positive, one more negative. So first of all, if it manifests negatively, this is saying that the final outcome of this month, this situation, is that things end up going awry as a result of not trusting your intuition, not being aware of what's really going on, of secrets perhaps, of things happening in the shadows, things of this nature. But in a more positive sense, the High Priestess reversed here could indicate that basically it's like the idea of withdrawal ending and no more loneliness. And in the context of what we've seen thus far, this would be like a breaking free from the darkness of the Devil card that we see for your challenge this month. So, and honestly, like we have such a mix here, I could see this manifesting either way. It's also interesting to note, however, that you also drew the Death card, and the Death card and the High Priestess card are connected significantly via the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. If you line up the cards on the various Sephiroth on the Tree of Life, these cards share the same Sephiroth. And so Death is, of course, what falling in the hope to achieve position for you this month. And so that's sort of that deep emotional healing and cleansing and purification that this card also more or less talks about may indeed be what you really want to do this month. You know, get in touch with the shadow aspect of your personality. You know, ask yourself, is there trauma that you need to heal? Are there belief systems that are not good for you? Do you have negative beliefs and definitions that you have held on to that have gone unexamined, that you need to examine, and that there's no reason for you to go on holding on to any longer and allowing to wreak havoc in your life? Because remember, your beliefs form your reality, and the High Priestess talks about the sort of hidden knowledge and all that is hidden, and is calling on you to look into those areas and also to trust your intuition. So that's what we have there. Let's see, is there anything else? Now, I'd say that about wraps it up. Other than that, watch out, like when we have the Devil card showing up and the High Priestess card, and especially reversed there, and maybe even some of these other cards, watch out for like energetic vampires, basically, you know, people trying to drain your energy. And again, that's going to mean figure out what belief or beliefs you have going on that could have attracted those people to begin with, and see what you can do to change them, shift them to more positive beliefs. So that's about it, Aquarius. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do go live on this channel regularly, doing live tarot readings for donations of any amount. You could donate even literally just $1, and I would give you a tarot reading on any subject of your choice. So if that interests you, you can subscribe to my channel and watch for those streams. I usually do them on Wednesdays and also often enough on Mondays and Saturdays, but that all varies. It's not, none of it is set in stone. But again, if you're interested, you can always subscribe and watch for those. And I'll give you a tarot reading for a donation of any amount through PayPal or Super Chat if you would like. So other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great month, and happy birthday to those Aquarius people whose birthday is this month. Happy birthday indeed. Looks like it's going to be quite the dynamic month for you. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks, Tammy Lee. Good morning to you too, here in Singapore. Very cool. I'm here in the US, where it is very cool in a different sense. It's extremely cold right now. But thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.